Hey guys, Q here for my first walkthrough video for the Evil Within on AKUMU mode. We're at the very beginning of chapter 1. This chapter is very straightforward. However, we may pick up some items you may have not been aware of, some gels and that kind of stuff. But this chapter is very straightforward. I'm gonna rotate the camera. So right now we're just hanging upside down. We got the sadists freaking chopping people up. Excuse me. We got the sadists chopping people up. We're gonna have to grab that knife here. It's real simple. Just swing back and forth. After we're done swinging back and forth, we're gonna grab the knife. We're gonna cut ourselves down. We're gonna sneak up behind the sadist. We're not gonna stab him, obviously. We're just gonna wait for him to move. We're gonna grab the keys and we're gonna run out. This chapter is fairly straightforward. When you're running away from the sadist, however, it can be a little tricky. So I'll definitely walk you through that as well. Regarding the sadist, you definitely need to be quick. My style, particularly on the part where you have to sneak past the sadist, is duplicatable from the checkpoint, not necessarily your first time through, because sometimes when you play through and you haven't reloaded a checkpoint, paths and stuff will be different. So on certain parts, you will see me doing the path specifically from a reloaded checkpoint. And you're going to want to do that as well. Another thing you're going to want to do is go to options and let's see if it lets you. Subtitles, graphic content, tutorials, enemy alertness, icon, survival. Okay, so we don't have an enemy alertness icon, but we can definitely work without it. Okay, got the keys. Hey, look, a breakable box. Or at least it looks like the normal breakable ones. This is sick right here. Another body for the sadist. Now if we can just get a masochist in here, we'll have a party. This part you cannot there's really nothing to do. You can't disarm the trap or anything like that. Just run. Go for it. Make sure your running is good. And when you're on the part when you have to go through the trap door, there actually is a glitch there. That well, he's got a collection of chainsaws. That's impressive there, bud. I don't know why you need that many exactly duplicate chainsaws, but all right. I believe there's a camera change here. No, we're still just running forward. So just all you need to do is hit the forward button. Make sure to mash X for that door, and you get cut in the leg here. Now, again, all you need to do is hold forward on this part, and then when you start getting close to the trap door, just hit your X, and you'll be fine. This part is really, there's not much to explain. There actually is a part, a way you can survive these blades, and they stop, and you can like glitch them out. It's really fun. This part you may need to memorize. You may have a little trouble with it. Just look ahead, left, right, left. I think that's all you need to do. Yeah, it's left and right. There's only 2 blades, and we're even on AKUMU mode. Particulars about AKUMU mode: there are a lot of bear traps, and that's one of the biggest differences between AKUMU mode and regular difficulties is the bear traps. Lots of bear traps. You also have some Ruvik clones. Normally on casual, you do not have a Ruvik clone show up until chapter 11, and then survival and stuff like that. But Ruvik clones will show up in chapter 4, I think, even 3. 3 Ruvik clone will show up. There's no gel or anything in that pool yet. We're not, so don't worry about it. We are also going to be getting keys. I'll be showing you a lot of keys, parts, and stuff like that because we will need them for resources. I will also be using a couple tricks that you may or may not be familiar with. For instance, if I have too many cryo bolts, I know that sounds weird, If I have too many cryo bolts, I actually have a video for this already. You can freeze the traps on AKUMU are so hard to disarm, the bomb traps. So generally speaking, you're not going to want to touch those. We're going to do a couple tricks for that, and we're going to utilize save points. So for instance, in chapter 3, oops, for instance, in chapter 3, after you've killed everyone and after you've killed the sadist, what you're going to do is you're going to save, go disarm one trap, one bomb trap to get the parts, and then save again, and then keep doing that. That way, if you fail, you don't lose any progress. That way, if you fail, you don't lose any progress, but you can get those trap parts. Trap parts are going to be your best friend on this mode with the strategies that I use. Trap parts are really where it's at. um, really where it's at. So we're going to want a lot of trap parts because we are going to be using the heck out of those harpoon bolts all over the place. We're not even gonna upgrade weapons until we have completely upgraded the harpoon bolts. Um, and then we will still, even then, only use them in special circumstances. So right now, like I said, chapter 1 is very straightforward. I'm not going to be getting all the collectibles, but I will do some searching for gel and stuff. If you follow my paths and get the gels I get, you should be able to duplicate my strategies with all the upgrades. But like I said, your two main first upgrades should be 10 matches and completely upgraded harpoon bolts. Um, and then after that, you may want to differ from my upgrades because I will be upgrading, I think, weapons over sprint time or anything like that. There we go. We're gonna get in here. We will be upgrading sprint time and stuff like that, but if you have a preferred weapon, you can of course upgrade that. However, there are certain parts where you will need to have ammo, particularly sniper ammo. There are certain parts where I'm going to use a strategy that requires sniper ammo, and you're going to want to have sniper ammo there too, otherwise it will get really difficult. The same way with electric bolts. We are going to be upgrading the time for electric bolts, especially later in the game. They will be saving our ass. So right now we're just waiting for the sadist to come through. What I'm going to do for you guys is after he triggers the checkpoint, I'm going to reload the checkpoint and start the video from there, as to make sure to give you guys a duplicatable strategy. So there's our checkpoint. I'm going to wait a second, and I'm going to reload.